In 2023, one wrong sentence inside a single ad wiped around $100 billion off a company's value. Google had just launched its AI chatbot, Bard, and showed it off in a short promo ad. In that ad, Bard was asked about the James Webb Space Telescope, and it answered confidently that the telescope had taken the very first picture of a planet outside our solar system. It sounded perfectly reasonable, but it was completely wrong. That first picture was actually taken by a different telescope back in 2004. Astronomers spotted it almost at once, and within a day, the company's value had collapsed. One confident, made-up fact inside a polished ad, and nobody thought to check it. Keep that story in mind, because the same kind of made-up answer is about to walk straight into a marketing plan. Together, you'll build a full marketing plan with AI. But the plan isn't the point. It's a way to practice making decisions and the skill every manager needs when a tool hands them something that looks finished. To make this concrete, we'll run one small brand together and treat every decision as if the money were our own. It's a homegrown skincare label we'll call Plumly. Plumly sells 3 products: a cleanser, a moisturizer, and a daily sunscreen as one starter kit for 899 rupees. It's got just 40,000 rupees a month for ads, while much bigger rivals spend 4 lakhs. And it's entering a crowded market where new brands appear all the time. But there's some good news. Industry trackers like Mordor Intelligence value India's online direct-to-customer market in the tens of billions of dollars. And it's growing by roughly a quarter every year, with personal care one of the fastest growing parts. So the opportunity is there, and so is the risk of wasting that 40,000. AI can help with almost every step, and it can save you hours. In one 2023 study from MIT, published in the journal Science, people using ChatGPT finished writing tasks about 40% faster, and reviewers scored that work nearly 20% higher. But the same tool will sometimes invent a number, a source, or a fact, and hand it to you sounding completely sure of itself. And in a marketing plan, one wrong number sends your money to the wrong place. So we are going to take one decision after another, the way a marketing manager does. And every time, the same 3 doubts creep in. Who does this choice really help? Who pays for it if it turns out wrong? And what happens once it goes live with money on the line? Keep asking that, and a good-looking plan slowly becomes one you can trust. So you sit down to run Plumly, and the first wall is right there. You can't spend a rupee on a market you haven't even looked at. So running Plumly, you need 3 things: a sense of where the growth is coming from, a clear read on your rivals, and the plain truth about what customers want. Research all that by hand, and it's days of open tabs and half-read reports. You feed a tool like ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot the reports you already trust, and ask it to sum up the main trends in plain language. And one detail stands out. A company called Unicommerce, which helps online brands run their orders, found that Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, the smaller towns, drove around 66% of new direct-to-customer orders last financial year. That already changes where Plumly should look for its first customers. Next, you turn the tool on the competition, and slowly a gap appears. Almost every rival is shouting about glow and that flawless glass-like skin, often at 1,200 rupees for a single serum. Almost nobody's speaking honestly to people with sensitive skin or to buyers who've never built a routine in their lives. Then, you ask the tool to sort thousands of unread customer reviews into themes, and a clear one emerges. A large share of buyers are new to skincare and just want someone to tell them where to start. But this is the first moment your own judgment has to switch on. The tool reads all of this quickly, but it doesn't know what's true, and it'll hand you a wrong figure with the same calm confidence as the right one. So you check where each figure came from. You think about the unhappy buyers who never wrote a review, and you add the one thing it can't know: what your products can honestly deliver at that price. That instinct to look before you leap is what separates a marketer from a tool. It's the first habit JAIN Online trains in business economics and in consumer behavior and insights. Get this right, and you're holding a genuine map of the market. With the market mapped, a harder question lands on your desk. Who exactly is this brand for? Ask an AI who Plumly is for, and it'll give you the comfortable answer: everyone with skin. But everyone with skin isn't a target at all. Try to appeal to everyone at once, and your message turns generic, and no one feels like the brand was made for them. So instead, you split the market into smaller groups who buy for the same kinds of reasons. Some read every label and check every ingredient. Some are nervous first-timers who just want a hand to hold. Some watch every rupee. A tool like HubSpot AI can take your customer data, group these buyers together, and show how each group behaves. Then you ask the question that matters most: which of these groups do we build the whole company around? And this is exactly where the tool can't help you. It can describe every group clearly, but the choice still has to be yours. Because choosing the careful ingredient reader builds one kind of a brand, and choosing the nervous first-timer builds a completely different one. With only 40,000 rupees a month, you can't win all of them at once. So you choose one group to win first. For Plumly, the choice is fairly clear. You build a brand around the nervous first-timer, the beginner, the big glow brands keep ignoring. Dodge that choice, try to please everyone, and the one who pays is you, 6 months from now, when the ads are running, but nobody is buying. That's where most AI plans quietly fail. The problem is rarely a missing fact. It's a choice nobody was willing to make. Pick the wrong buyer here, and every choice after it gets more expensive. It's the hardest call in marketing management, and you just made it. Now you know who you are for. The next thing to settle is what you will be known for. You're looking for one clear reason their hand reaches for your product instead of the jar next to it. Marketers call this positioning, but it's just the single reason you're worth choosing. And because you've already chosen the first-time buyer, that reason almost writes itself. Every rival is selling a glow, a result, a little fantasy of the person you could become, which leaves a corner of the market nobody's standing in. Plumly can be the brand that makes starting skincare simple and honest. No confusing jargon, no miracle promises it can't keep. Just one starter kit at 899 rupees, with 3 products instead of 30. Now the tool becomes something you think out loud with. You ask a tool like Jasper AI for 10 positioning lines aimed at nervous beginners. And here's where a lot of people stop thinking and grab the first line that sounds fine. Don't. Most of those 10 will be soft phrases every brand has already used 1,000 times. Your job is to throw out the generic ones and hunt for the single line with an edge, the one that could only ever belong to Plumly. That's not something a tool hands you ready-made. It takes judgment, digital marketing, and brand management. So now you know who Plumly is for and what it stands for. The hard thinking is done and the plan looks solid, which is exactly when it's about to break. Because in part 2, we hand this plan to AI to build the budget, and the tool is going to give us one number that looks perfect. It will look researched, and it will be completely made up. That one number decides whether Plumly makes money in 3 months or runs out of cash in 8 weeks. Get it wrong, and every smart decision we've made so far falls apart on top of it. And here's the part that should scare you. You would never catch it because it looks exactly right. It is the same mistake that cost Google $100 billion. And it's about to happen to us. In part 2, I'll show you the number, how to catch it, and the one question that saves the whole plan. And subscribe so you don't miss the rest. I'll see you there.